the center jump.
I'll tell you, all the scalpers were outside, as you said, a tough ticket to really get. They were asking me for tickets. I couldn't get any, Brad.
Williams and Knight, and Williams controls to Harrington.
So important in the first meeting. Georgetown really put the hurt on Connecticut in the first 4 minutes. With that great pressure.
And a three rattled out. Knight clears the board. Sheffer ahead on the fly to King, and he's run into by Page, who couldn't slow his momentum.
Kenny Valentine with the good call. He couldn't make that catch and go to the goal. Sheffer doing a great job throwing over the top of the defense.
UConn well aware, as Leslie was talking about, not only setting more screens for Ray Allen, they have to be more aggressive all around. They got a screen for Allen there, and he missed the three-pointer. Williams the rebound, and he'll run with it. The big fella goes all the way and lost the handle in the lane, and the reason being a foul. They're going to call it on Ray Allen.
Ray Allen was so passive in that first meeting. You and I had the game, and we couldn't really understand why he was drifting from the action. He never got into the flow or rhythm.
I said to him before the game, Ray, I actually thought you were sick in that game because you just weren't yourself. He says sometimes you just have a night like that, and they ran a lot of different defenders at him. It had to have worn him down as the game wore on.
Zone defense right now by Connecticut, 2-3. Iverson playing under so much more control now in his career.
And now Williams comes out on top. Page on a wing. Doesn't start the way he did last night. He hit his first three. Ray Allen, long outlet. Page got a hand on it.
The one thing they're doing right now, Connecticut, Georgetown likes to send 4 people to the offensive boards. And Connecticut, their philosophy to beat them, they're releasing somebody right away on a shot, trying to get a quick layup.
So far, they've drawn a foul, and that time had it knocked out of bounds.
Sheffer could shoot the open shot. Made a lot of threes against Georgetown last time they played.
Cross-court pass, touch pass inside, stolen away, intended for King. And here comes Al, and Page had it blocked by Allen.
Ray Allen shows that he can play defense as well. College Basketball Magazine just named him Player of the Year nationally.
And a push down on the baseline. It'll go against Allen Iverson, so each superstar has 1 foul.
There's Victor Page, and here comes Ray Allen. Says, no. He makes like Jordan is. Hey, by the way, Michael's in town. He's at the hotel in town. Michael, come on down and say hello and join us. If you spot Michael Jordan, tell him he's wanted at the Garden. Brad Nessler wants interview.
Three-pointer by Johnson doesn't go. Page the rebound. I bet Michael could get in without a pass.
He might. I'll tell you, he's one guy that might be able to get it. I think he can afford to pay a scalper, too.
Foul will go on Rudy Johnson. So far, we have 4 fouls in the game and no points. A minute 25 seconds in.
John Thompson's got these Hoyas playing really super basketball at the right time of the year. They're really peaking. A lot of confidence.
Iverson had a look, and now it's stolen away by Sheffer. Their own Sheffer takes it himself for the first basket of the ball game.
Georgetown running it up quickly.
Othella on the other end.
Othella showing in transition. Look, no time wasted. Here comes Connecticut. Both teams like to get the ball out of the net and run it up the court quickly.
Cross court. Johnson had a look. Allen creates his own one-hander and got it.
I'll tell you one thing, he's aggressive tonight. That's the real Ray Allen, not the guy we saw. That was an imposter that was down there in Landover tonight. You and I were there. Man-to-man defense going to be tough for Sheffer to try to handle Iverson in the man-to-man. He's going to need a lot of help.
I talked to Ray Allen and said all the people Georgetown ran at him, and he said they didn't run any more at me than we have to run at Iverson.
Look at the way he handles that rock. Oh, he got hit. He got hit. No call. He got hit.
Williams got to get it away. The shot clock was winding down, and Jerome Williams off glass ties it at 4.
Williams did a great job with that rebound.
Sheffer weaves and delivers tonight.
Travis Knight, TK down the lane. Sheffer with the great look. 2-man game.
Iverson, the dish on the baseline. Underneath, Knight got a piece of that. Cleared out of there by Kirk King.
Oh, what a great look.
Johnson.
What a great look. Oh, that is super basketball. Transition basketball. Look at the intensity. Jerome Sheffer is a timeout, baby. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, wow. What a great look, Brad. What a great look. Watch this pass. That's an easy pass. There it is. Right from his hip. Lets it fly right on the button. There's the catch and the jam. Up, up, and away.
Couldn't have been more perfectly timed. Couldn't have been a better lead. And here's a dish inside to Knight also.
I'll tell you, Sheffer's made some outstanding passes. Great looks. Travis Knight really underrated. Has 31 rebounds in the 2-game series. We look at Sheffer.
Don't you know he's excited with the start he's had because he had 9 turnovers in the regular season game.
And see, right now they're going to return a favor. They're going to say, Georgetown, you got us worrying about your press. We're going to come after you. We're going to have to worry about our press.
And a quick push from Kirk King.
Very important for Connecticut to get a good start in this game because that game, the tone of it and the tempo was established in the first quarter. Minutes. Jim Calhoun today at his workout, I was here, was really drilling on getting the ball in bounds quickly before they set the pressure up.
Georgetown in its half-court game has been more impressive with their half-court game in the tournament than probably during the regular season, I'd say.
Yeah, they really have. They played that really a little bit patience. Boys making the extra pass.
Page, who was so hot last night, got the roll and a chance for a three-point play.
And that was really a good shot. Shot selection was his problem. He started out early as a freshman, played well. Then he got into a situation where he took some bad shots. But this is an excellent shot, right in the gap of the zone. He shows great strength of body to convert this as he's hit.
Last night, Victor turned a whole other page in his career. Look at the numbers, 34 and 9.
Turned another page in his career. I tell you, you are creative.
Three-point play for Victor goes.
There's the
8-7.
Two things Connecticut's trying to establish here to take away pressure. One, get the ball in quickly, and number two, on a shot, release somebody because Georgetown sends so many people to the glass.
Travis Knight brings it up, gets it to Kirk King, baseline.
I'll tell you, that's another way to attack it. Put points on the board. Attack the pressure if you got the numbers. I like the way Knight passes the basketball for a big player.
That was a good dish. To Iverson for the jumper, and Sheffer got it.
Travis Knight, one of the better big people in the league, passing the rock. Take a look at the big guy at 6'11". The good fundamental bounce pass, and then King knows how to finish it off from the baseline with that explosive jam. The role players for Connecticut really do a solid job, and so for Georgetown as well.
This kind of night, if UConn keeps stuffing every basket, their field goal percentage is going to be pretty strong.
Well, the one thing is they're not intimidated by the pressure. I think their pride was destroyed in that game. Remember this now. They were 17-1 in the league. The only loss was that embarrassment.
And they had a 23-game winning streak going until that night that you and I were in Landover.
And it wasn't so much as they got beat. They were absolutely embarrassed. I mean, they were flat out embarrassed from wire to wire. I mean, they really were never in that game.
Gary Nichols comes in for Boubacar Al for Georgetown. Jahidi White, the big fella, also checks into the lineup.
Nichols, good defender, too. They like to rotate guys on Allen with Nichols and Al. Al played him really tough the first time.
Ricky Moore in at guard for UConn. Ray Allen going to try to take Nichols' baseline. Has to kick it back to the line. Knight.
Nice pass by Allen. Knight having a solid start, showing he can rebound, make the pass, make the open shot. They're really trying to control Iverson, making the game a half-court game for him.
Nichols, a good outside shooter.
Yeah, scouting report can flat out say he can shoot the rock. You can't allow him to have the wide-open look.
Ricky Moore on the run. Missed a layup, but Jahidi White was a big presence inside. He altered his shot a little bit, but UConn off to a good start. They have a one-point lead. UConn, you know who the stars are in this game, but their understudies in this drama include Travis Knight with a jam there, a great assist down low to Kirk King, and then the 15-footer, and he is having a good start to the first 4 minutes plus, and he's had a great tournament on the boards especially.
Averaging 15.5. Those are big numbers, very active. A lot of pro scouts really like him.
He has come a long way. I said to him before the game, I can't believe you're a senior. Seems like yesterday you were a freshman. He doesn't play like anything but a senior now. Iverson took care of and brings it himself.
Ricky Moore's got to work on his shot a little more to become a better threat.
Iverson worked his way underneath for his first field goal.
See how they're releasing people? As soon as they score, they're releasing people to try and take away that pressure.
Georgetown with its first lead of 13-12.
Iverson could score so many ways. He has the jump shot. He has the great penetration ability. He has the ability to get to the foul line with his driving ability.
All the way goes to Omo. The tip by White.
Jaime White was really outstanding last night. He was 5 for 6 and really made his big body inside a real strong presence. He's been solid off the bench. He's very agile for a big guy.
He is.
Man-to-man defensively.
Georgetown now by 3. In the lane, Sheffer ran into Jaime White. Leaned and lost the ball, looking for a foul call. Didn't get it. The jumper's way short.
It almost looked like Jaime White was zoning in the lane and they were playing guards. The guards man-to-man.
We'll watch that next trip down unless it changes. Iverson is working Ricky Moore, and he throws it away to Sheffer.
He's got a trailer.
Jerome goes up himself.
Didn't go up strong. He's got to really attack the basket if he makes a decision to go to the goal.
Ray Allen came up with a loose ball rebound. His jumper for 3.
I'll tell you one thing. He's coming out shooting tonight. He's not backing away like he did in game 1. Game 2, he said, hey, I'm stepping it up. This is the Garden. This is New York. This is the big time.
Three-pointer number 101 of the season for Ray Allen. Ties it at 15. White lost the handle. And they turn it over and a foul to boot on Jaime White. White in for Othella Harrington, who is set to check back in. Don't forget tomorrow, you think Dick Vitale hasn't had a busy week? Don't forget to join him and Digger Phelps, Chris Fowler, ESPN bringing you the men's tournament selection special, 6:27 tomorrow night. Then at 7:30, it's the women's selection special, both tomorrow night on ESPN.
I hope Digger's getting my seat ready. I got to jump in the car tomorrow and drive and go all the way up to Bristol, baby, and get ready for the show. Don't have to hear that term anymore. Who's in the bubble? Who's on the bubble? Who's in? Who's out?
Oh, what a pass from Allen to King.
I'll tell you, Ray Allen has really stepped it up tonight. He wants to show the reasons he was voted the player of the year by the coaches.
A one-hand scoop around pass, I guess we'll call it. It was right on the money. UConn by 2.
Connecticut doing a great job making this a half-court game for Georgetown. Trying to take away transition opportunities.
White squares up against Hayward, and a little half hook. Got the roll.
He's got a nice touch. He's got nice, soft hands for a big player. He'll step in that lane next year on a full-time basis with Othella going out. And he's out of Trinidad just a little bit. He could be one heck of a player in the post.
I listed him at 270. I asked him before the game. About 280.
That was probably about a year ago.
Hey, yeah, right. And he goes up against Kirk King, who flew in trying to dunk it, and Jahadi's going to pick up his second foul.
A lot of emotion. It's just not about the Big East Championship. This is about pride right now. You're on a corner. You're playing against people that you've read so much about. You know them. Even though Jim Calhoun's club 3 times now, they've won the regular season championship. 16-2, 16-2, and 17-1. But well, the 2 previous times, they came up empty in a tournament.
As you saw, good shooting by both clubs from the field. First trip to the free throw line tonight for UConn.
Hey, good news for the Big East. Really good news. Every time they've had the 4 seeds advance to the semifinals, they've had a team make it to the Final 4. Right. 1989 it happened. Seton Hall went to the Final 4. It happened 87 Providence. 85 Georgetown, Villanova, and St. John. 84 you had Georgetown. 82 you had Georgetown. Those were years that the top 4 clubs advanced to the Final 4 of the Big East tournament.
They were excited here at the Garden to have the top 4 seeds make it to last night's semifinals, which were great games. Hopefully you saw them on ESPN. And tonight, the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed, the Big East 7 titleist against the Big East 6 regular season champion. And Iverson came up short. That one partially blocked, though, as some of the people yell air ball.
They're doing a great job on him, really making him have to adjust his shot while he's in the year. He hasn't had a clear jump shot yet tonight.
His only field goal was down underneath.
There was the drive to the basket. He should use the speed more. Forget the jump shot and attack the defense.
There's the long jumper.
He said, yeah, I'll show you this one. This is from downtown, baby. That's an AT&T special.
Warriors back in front by 1 on Iverson's three-pointer.
Man-to-man defense right now. Straight man-to-man being played by Georgetown.
Ray Allen with 5 points on the game. Guarded by Victor Page. Crossover dribble for the open three.
What a great change of direction. Like we said last night, anything you can do, Allen, I can do better.
Ray's 3 out of 4, including a couple of triples for his 8 points.
The Stars really respond, don't they?
They sure have.
It's really unbelievable. The Stars really have a way of getting excited and performing when they know all the lights are on them.
Same thing happened at the ACC tournament. Wake and Georgia Tech in the title game. Off the glass. Nope.
They're going to wave it off. Teddy Valentine's got the charge. I think that was a good call.
Instead of a deuce off the glass, Victor Page picks up foul number 2. And it's UConn by 2 with 10:54 to go first half.
Great call. Definitely a charge. Mr. Ray Allen, the player of the year, is going to show he can step back, shoot the J, baby. There he is, tickling the twine. Now watch his pass. He's the creator. He's Thomas Edison. He's an innovator. And now we're going to show him a little change of direction. Look at the front change. Oh, he's got that great Hardaway front change. Now look at the pressure right now by Georgetown. A 2-2-1 press. There's the diagonal pass.
Right ahead to Sheffer. Back to Knight. He's open. He looks an outside shooter from that spot, but he missed it. Jerome Williams clears it for Georgetown. His 3rd board already. Iverson pulls up. Short. Harrington runs down the long rebound.
I like the way Williams rebounds and then wheels out with the basketball to put pressure on the defense.
Iverson got a pick from Harrington, kicks it out to Tuomo, and he buried a 3.
Tuomo steps right up, knocks down the 3. Another guy that gives him quality minutes off the bench.
And Georgetown edges back in front by 1. Almost the midway point of the first half from Madison Square Garden. Oh, Ricky Moore.
Ricky Moore, baby. He's got the gold tooth. He wants to be like Mr. Jones, the fighter.
He looks like Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
We were kidding him in the warm-ups before the game about that.
Ricky Moore very quick to the basket.
Osama Harrington, strong move. Maybe his best so far in the tournament.
Othella's got to get a few more touches inside. Keep the big guy happy. John says, you keep me happy. You rebound, you run the court, you screen, and you play. You don't load and roll. Othella's a good kid, though. He really has sacrificed scoring to help this club in so many other ways.
Moore, the leave on the baseline tonight, and a foul underneath him will be on Othella Harrington.
Ricky Moore is going to be a solid point guard when he gets good minutes next season. There's Ray Allen from South Carolina, college basketball player of the year. Look at this here, possessions right now, 18 for, well, you look, Georgetown, 17 for Connecticut, touches 17 for Iverson, 9 for Allen, and Allen has really converted those touches. You look at Iverson, 14 points. That also includes not only points that they've scored, but what they have created with assists as well, showing how vital they are to the offensive systems of both clubs.
This big senior center hasn't had a bad start either. 6 points for Travis Knight.
As I said last night, hard to believe he didn't make the top 15 players in this league, but that shows you that this league this year was filled with an array of stars.
Ja in for Georgetown with Harrington.
Very active player.
Page and Iverson in the backcourt. Tuomo missed that 3, and Knight got the rebound.
Travis Knight has become such a better rebounder. Connecticut really running the ball up quickly to take away defensive pressure. Look at the poise of Sheffer. Very poised with the ball in his hands.
Rudy Johnson with Page on him. Give it over to Allen. Way out.
Oh, he got bombed.
Foul by Yaya Ja. And that might be 3 free throws. I don't know where he launched from over there. It was right in front of the Georgetown bench.
Look at Allen Iverson. He said, I'm going to check Ray. He said, I'm going to get over the screen. Knight says, no. I laid a great screen. There's the rotation. The rotation a little bit slow coming over.
3 free throws. He was outside the lines. Missed the first.
I was teasing Iverson before the game when he came to warm out. I said, geez, warm up. I said, great seeing you today, Stephon. You're really super. I said, Stephon, I said, Marbury. That kid Iverson can't play. Marbury's great. I tell you, I love listening to Mike Patrick today talk about Marbury in the game tomorrow. Georgia Tech hooks up with Wake Forest.
We'll have the championship for you on ESPN, and that ought to be a dandy.
I told you yesterday, I get amazed when I listen to you guys call the games, guys like Mike and yourself. You guys are really super. You really are. I'm not just saying that. I listen, I say, wow, they're pros. I mean, I'm just a co-pilot. You're the pilot coming for the ride.
It's a pretty crowded cockpit sometimes.
Reverse the ball. Got to throw the skip pass. There it is. Pass. Get into the gut of the defense.
Ja overnight. Knight got a piece of it. Clears it out.
Great outlet.
Down. Oh, what a pass. Johnson, it's blocked by Ja, but picked up by King.
King really hustling, following, but what a pass by Ray Allen. Oh, look at that look. Oh, we got all kinds of plays. What a tremendous look. Look at Ray Allen.
Look at Iverson swiping at the ball. Big East Defensive Player of the Year working against the MVP of the league. And
and that goes down. Oh, that's Hail Mary time. He's the U2 man tonight. He's the U2 man. He's unbelievable. He's unstoppable.
if that was Hail Mary, it was full of grace. Watch this one.
Oh, look at him now. He's going to spin at Iverson. He's saying, Iverson, you're the defensive player of the year, but you're too small to check me, baby. There he is, wheeling, whirling. Look at Iverson saying, I'm going to get some help. Somebody step out. See, somebody's got to step out and take away his driving angle. That's called hedging defensively.
4 of 5 from the floor. Rips that free throw. 12 points for Ray Allen.
Is he a different player tonight than we saw in our first matchup?
He's already played better in the first 12 minutes of this one than he did the whole game that time.
And as super as he's playing, they're only up 5. Execution's going to be the key here. Can Georgetown execute against their zone defense?
Iverson got bumped by Kirk King on the baseline.
See, a lot of guys don't agree with me, but I really believe that Georgetown, to lock up a number 2 seed, has to win this game. I know they've been playing great down the stretch, but they still have on their resume, when you look at it, Brad, they've lost by 20 to Pittsburgh, 20 to St. John's, 20 to Syracuse.
They're down 5 here. Georgia Tech at 1 o'clock from the Greensboro Coliseum. And Stephon Marbury and Tim Duncan, all ACC performers, first-team performers, and that's what they've done in the tournament so far.
Last time they played, it was a 64-63 game, and it was a tremendous performance by Marbury. 25 points and no assists. And there's the 3M man. I mean, he's magnificent, magical, and he's marvelous.
I was at that Wake Forest Georgia Tech regular season game. Had my little girl, my wife, sitting on the baseline. Just got to watch Tim Duncan work down low. We usually don't get a chance to just watch one guy or not have to talk.
Did you get tickets? Did you get free tickets?
I got good tickets.
Wow, you must know people. Wow.
Othello with a block, his 50th of the year.
Othello Harrington now playing in the lane from out of Jackson, Mississippi. There's Sheffer hanging, but there's the left hand. Most shot blockers that are great shot blockers block with their left hand.
You taught me why that is.
Yeah, most people shoot with their right hand. David Robinson, Bill Russell, who certainly was a star. John Thompson used to be his caddy, his backup with the Boston Celtics. John credits so much of the knowledge he has of the game from Arnold Red Auerbach, the father of the NBA. I was teasing people. They said, John's going to get ahead of all Hoya people nervous. I said, John's leaving. He's coming here to New York. He's going to take the Knicks. And then he's going to go out, and he's going to sign as a free agent Alonzo Mourning, a free agent Mutombo. He's going to get Iverson to leave early. He's going to get Reggie Williams, and they're going to line up with Mutombo, Ewing, and Mourning up front. We're going to line up with Iverson and Reggie Williams in the backcourt. All Hoyas.
For those of you just joining us, Dick just thinking ahead a little bit. It's 32-32 here with 7 minutes left in the half.
No truth to it at all.
They did have a long list of names this morning in the newspaper about possible successors for that next job, and John was mentioned. Sheffer, baseline.
See, Sheffer becomes like the second guard when Moore's on the floor, and he utilizes shooting ability. He didn't convert that time.
Push on Ja underneath as Travis Knight was working for a rebound. Got it in the back from Ja.
You know, one thing about John, if he comes to an NBA team as a coach, I guarantee you, he's president, general manager, coach, and you name it, and maybe owner as well.
Jerome Williams will check back in. Yaya Ja will go back to the bench.
They have really utilized their bench a lot better, Georgetown, getting to know each other. I think the reason they're a better team now is they finally have really accepted the quickness and speed of Iverson and his ability, and they've learned how to play around it and with it.
You've got a guy as talented as him on the outside. You can't still use that inside game that was so successful for so many years with some of those guys you mentioned, like Ewing and Mourning and Mutombo and company. It's a different look now. Iverson to Williams. Jerome missed the jumper, and Othello keeps it alive. Page for three. Yes!
Thank you, Othello. Thank you, Othello. And he points to Victor. He says, nice play, Victor.
Ray Allen for the three on the other end.
Nice
with
rebound.
a strong rebound, but rejected by Harrington. And a battle underneath, no call. Ball comes out to Hayward.
Oh, what a nice pass. What a nice pass by Hayward. Perfect pass. If he throws the air ball pass, they deflect it. He uses the bounce pass inside. Good interior passing by Hayward to his teammate Knight.
Travis Knight has 10 points, and the officials letting him play underneath.
I'll tell you, physical. No place for the weak and meek inside.
Great pick by Othello Harrington, but Iverson missed the three. Knight another rebound.
Knight's going to have another double rebound night. Oh, shoot it. Shoot it.
And bury it.
Shoot it. He can make that shot.
He's got his family here tonight, his brothers and his folks.
Oh, look at Othello running the court.
Sheffer with a foul.
See, Travis Knight is part of that new system in the 90s of the big people that can step out, screen, and make the open jump shot. A lot of guys like the NBA now who utilize that ability.
Travis gets a breather. And Othello Harrington will go to the free throw line.
We talked about yesterday the only thing missing from the resume of Jim Calhoun is a trip to the Final Four. They've come close twice in 1990, beaten by an unbelievable shot by Christian Laettner. And then in 1995, yesterday beaten by UCLA in that shootout you talked about. It was 102-96.
They've got more wins after last night's victory than anybody else in the country over the course of the last 3 years. 28-5 last year, 29-2 coming into this one.
And that other team up in Amherst over in New England certainly has posted a lot of wins. Congratulations on winning the Atlantic 10 championship, beating a good Temple team, Massachusetts. And by the way, as I announced this afternoon, both clubs have agreed they will play. Mass and Connecticut will play starting next year.
You've been lobbying for that thing for about 10 years.
I know. I'm so happy to hear they finally agreed that they'll make it happen.
Just over 5 to play in the half. Ray Allen works for a shot, but kicks it out to his buddy Sheffer, who comes right back to Allen for the jumper. And Jahidi White clears everybody out of the way.
White does a solid job inside. I like to see Ray Allen do a little bit more driving to the basket, utilize his quickness in his first step. He becomes too jump shot oriented.
So would Jim Calhoun. He says he'd go to the free throw line a lot more if he was a little more aggressive toward the hole.
He has a tendency to want to shoot the jump shot.
As many in a row as I saw him hit in warm-ups before the game, I don't blame him. He must have hit 12 in a row from three-point range. Victor Page off the glass.
I'll tell you, picking up where he was last night when he put 34 on the board. And what he did well last night was when Iverson got in foul trouble, he really stepped up and he controlled himself and took good shots.
Allen straight up, got a good look. Somebody got a hand in his face and it's tipped in underneath.
I think maybe they're going to give that to Hayward.
Or King. Iverson on the other end.
They're going to charge. They're going to charge.
That's foul trouble time now for Allen. He's shaking his head. He can't believe it.
And he's staring, and he can't believe it. What a job he has done when he made the transition. Came out of the high school ranks of Washington, D.C.
That changes the next 4 minutes and 3 seconds and maybe changes the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, because he probably have to play without him for the first 5.
Ray Allen's probably happy he's not out there.
Yeah, Ray's got to really, though, explode to the basket a little more. He can be an excellent transition player. I have seen him utilize his quickness. One of the great first halves I've ever witnessed when he played against Villanova.
Look out, it's a 2-on-1 here. King and Allen. Allen with the left hand. King trying to follow, but Jahidi White clears it off. Now Victor Page will have to run the show as he did last night. Loose ball comes out to Tuomu. Iverson got in foul trouble last night. That's what led to Victor Page's explosion for 34 points, because Allen found himself in the same situation last night as he's in right now.
And we wrote down the score, and when that happened, they really were in trouble, but they gained. It was unbelievable how they gained because of the performance of Page.
Nichols. I think Sheffer got a piece of that. And the ball loose comes out to Ray Allen. Sheffer back out to Allen. He's all alone. But it goes up and over the backboard.
He had a good look. That was a good shot right there.
3 minutes, 13 seconds remaining first half. UConn clinging to a 2-point lead.
We're going to take a look at this zone right now being played by Connecticut. They're playing a 2-3 zone right now. We take a look at this 2-3 zone, and we're going to show a lot. Right here, look at the open areas. These are open areas. Right on the wing, the gaps in this area here. There's the 2-3 zone right now being played by Connecticut. It has a lot of open areas on the wings. They just got to show some patience and slide somebody right behind the foul line. Jim Calhoun, what a job he's done at Northeastern, at Connecticut, his 10th year.
Co-coach of the year in the Big East this year.
Yeah, that's taking it away from certainly Jim O'Brien, a solid job, but I find that tough to comprehend when you're 17-1 in your league.
Yahidi White almost brought everything down.
Yahidi White, he's just getting more and more minutes because he's being so productive.
It's a good thing they had to chase that basketball down, and called a official's moment there by Jim Burr, because the whole backboard support is still shaking down there.
What good stance, good movement defensively. Just an excellent job right there by Cuomo. Look at his defensive stance. I mean, that is a perfect stance. He's got good balance. Look at his eyes. Look at the concentration. Look at him right now. He says, Sheffer, you can't beat me. You can't make the turn. I'll stay between you and the basket.
Rudy Johnson's wide open. Knight trying to pick up a backside rebound. Lost it out of bounds.
Take a look at the balance right now, you young kids. Look at the balance he has defensively. Look at the concentration. Look at the head. Look at it. He's taking him. He's leading him where he wants to take him. You can either fan or you can funnel.
Here's a double team on Victor Page, and he calls timeout. He couldn't find anybody open. And John Thompson, I don't think, was too excited about the timeout being taken there.
John Thompson had that great run in the mid-'80s when he won the national title in '84 and '85. He lost that heartbreaker, that unbelievable performance by Villanova and Pinckney and company and Rolly Massimino. '82, he went right to the buzzer, and it was a young guy, a diaper dandy, a freshman by the name of Michael the Magnificent, who hit a big shot. But Georgetown went 3 out of 4 years to the final game of the NCAA championship.
Last time the teams won the Big East championship, there are the years. 90 for UConn, 89 for Georgetown. 2:21 left in the first half here. And Chris Fowler and Digger Phelps will be along at halftime. Number 1 on the line for the NCAA, the bubble perspective. Whose will stay inflated, whose will pop in the next day or so. And a wrap up on the ACC, which will have Georgia Tech and Wake Forest for the crown in Greensboro tomorrow.
Well, you know, Clemson, certainly their bubble burst today, losing that game, and the same with Loudu and Illinois. But the one thing about Clemson, 4 freshmen that they start, they're going to be a team of the future, just as Providence. Providence got a great JUCO player. Remember this name, Devin Simpson. When he hooks up with God Shamgod, what a combination they're going to make up in Providence for Peter Gillen. They still have a chance to get in a tournament. Fresno State's hanging on. The bubble hasn't burst yet.
Both the Big East and the ACC thinking about 6 teams. May or may not happen. But all of that will come to a head tomorrow at 6:27 with Mr. Vitale, Mr. Phelps, and Mr. Fowler and company. 2 minutes change left on a 40-40 tie. Page missed the jumper. Nichols off balance trying to get to that ball. And now Tuomu's going to take it up into the expensive seats. Iverson on the bench with 3 personals. And he went out with 4:03 left in the half 2 minutes ago.
Take a look, partner, right there. Transition baskets. Only 4 points by Georgetown in scoring. Most of the points are coming in the lane or coming from the perimeter. They're not getting in transition. That tells me, number 1, that the tempo of the game is being really controlled by Connecticut, and that they're doing a great job at getting back and stopping the speed and quickness of Georgetown.
I would wager a guess that they have that many points in transition in the first 2 minutes of the regular season game in Landover. And that roll goes for big Eric Hayward.
What a great job by Ray Allen to get into the gap of the zone and find Hayward. There's that zone, 2-3. The wings will be open. If you pop it into the middle or attack the two front people, you got to utilize the skip pass against this zone as well.
Page with 14 on the shot clock and 1:20 left game clock, first half. Let's see if he's going to take a jumper. If he can get one over Ricky Moore. He's thinking about it. Spins against Sheffer and fades. Not the best of shots, but it's tipped in by Jerome Williams.
Jerome Williams very active. Look at Iverson. He's like a coach on the floor.
Telling everybody to get back.
I'll tell you, he's really a leader. He's into the game and he's on the sideline. Oh, out of control right here. Moore. There goes the transition. There goes the quickness.
Tuomo for the lead for Georgetown.
I'll tell you, if you turn the ball over against Georgetown, they are so quick to take the turnover from defense to offense.
Just when we were talking about lack of production on transition points, they come up with a big deuce there. And now Travis Knight got kind of tangled up with Victor Page, and he's called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, called for an illegal screen. He can't believe it. You know, in the first meeting, Brad, they had 28 points off turnovers, Georgetown, and Connecticut only had 2. That's 3 on Knight, and that is big as well.
So the big guy for UConn on the bench with 3, the little guy for Georgetown on the bench for 3, and that could change things considerably in the course of the early moments of the second half.
Pine City right now, he doesn't like to be an assistant coach, Allen. He wants to be on the floor. What a silly foul, though, for Knight to get. Too important, 47 seconds and a half.
Victor Page missed the free throw, though. Ray Allen checking his eyebrow to see if there's any blood on him after the rebound, and now there's about an 8-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. That's a game clock in the corner of your screen, so UConn can work it down, try to get a good shot, and not leave Georgetown much time left, or leave themselves a stick-back opportunity.
We're trying to penetrate off the dribble and create something. There it is.
Hayward, and it blocked by Williams.
Williams beats him.
Jerome runs the floor, leaves it for Tuomo. Final 10 seconds of the half. Jerry Nichols for 3. Williams, strong offensive rebound. And he drew a foul.
I'll tell you, he's a big-time rebounder. He's a glass eater. He's a Windex man. He likes to get a tap him on the head. They said, Jerome, we really appreciate that, baby. What a great effort. We're going to watch right now the block. There's Jerome Williams. He says, no, Hayward. Also, Jahidi's right there with a piece of it. And now we're going to watch him on the glass. There he is, attacking the offensive board. He's got those long arms.
He had 16 rebounds in the semifinal, the quarterfinal win, rather, over Miami to go with his 20 points. And there's what he's done in the tournament. 9.5 boards, 12 points, 2.5 steals, and shooting extremely well.
Doesn't get a lot of headlines. Doesn't get a lot of notoriety.
We both like him, though.
You better believe that. Pretty tough not to like a guy like that. You're not going to win big being a one-dimensional team with a star. You have the people around that star, and they have that.
Jerome got the first free throw.
And there's the star sitting on the sideline. I tell you, I loved it yesterday, watching the way he was leading the cheers toward a great play of Victor Page.
There's 3.1 seconds left. Depending on what happens with that free throw, and it should be a decent shot that UConn can maybe get. Ricky Moore's going to take it on the run. Going to have to hurry.
He's got Sheffer.
Oh, it almost went.
Sheffer can't believe it. He was standing there begging for the ball. He was wide open.
So the biggest lead of the first half for Georgetown is at halftime. They're up 46-42 as we go to Chris Fowler.
Thanks, guys.
You know, it was amazing, much like last night, in that when Iverson went out, Georgetown actually outscored UConn 6-2 in this case. Knight tried to follow off the miss, and Williams his 7th rebound of the night. Down to a fella Harrington, but a tough catch on the baseline. Iverson up in the air and nowhere to go. Comes off to Boubacar Al. Iverson, ball in hand, has 11 points tonight and a new tournament record for scoring, 77 points over the course of what is now the third game.
And he has 3 fouls, but they've played really well without him. They were in an 8-2 spurt with him on the sideline.
Nice strong move by Othello Harrington. Comes out to Iverson, way off the mark, nowhere close.
Shows he's human right there. You know, when you look at Ray Allen and his 12 points,
excuse me, Dick, the balance of scoring in the game's been phenomenal, really, by both teams. A dozen each by Allen and Knight, and King with 10, so 3 guys in double figures for UConn. And Georgetown has 5 players with 6 points or more. Knight dribbles down and leaves it to King.
He's one of the better passing big people. But you know what's interesting when you think of Ray Allen? He came out of the chute. In the first 11 minutes, he was 4 for 5. In the last 9 minutes, he was 0 for 6. So they really contained him, and that's why Georgetown spurted to that lead. When we showed our PTPers, our possession, and our touches and our points, we also indicate that the points really are related to assists that lead to a score.
Miss on the hook shot by Harrington. Sheffer made a nice catch on a great pass from the baseline from Allen, and Jerome Williams another rebound.
That's just simply a catch, turn, and shoot the basketball.
That was an errant pass by Victor Page, picked up by Ray Allen.
Well, Phil Harrington wasn't watching, turned his back.
Each team with only 5 turnovers in the first half, so it's been relatively error-free.
I like the way they utilize Knight as a passer from up on top. In the transition game, when they go to the secondary phase, they utilize him as a passer.
Allen looking for a pick from King, and he's going to run into Harrington. No, he didn't. Pulled up for the jumper. Got his own rebound. And was fouled by Page. Third on Page, so the backcourt of Georgetown, each with 3 fouls, Iverson and Page.
We're going to watch Ray Allen right now. You're going to see the head fake, and now there he is, goes, shoots the little jumper. He's got great hang time when he's up in the air. He can really glide, slide, and hang.
Steal by
Al. A good defensive player, but a good defensive player. Oh, and they come back and get the conversion.
Iverson with a tip in after Rudy Johnson had blocked that shot.
Rudy Johnson, a very active role player. Battled so many injuries in his career.
Warriors by 4, which was their lead at the break.
That's the excellent pass by Knight from up on top.
Johnson all alone outside. Missed the 3.
He made some big ones last night. He made some great open shots.
If that's on Knight, it's 4. And it is. Wow, does that take a big piece out of the inside game for Jim Calhoun?
The one great thing they have, though, with Knight going to the sideline is the fact that Haywood, who comes in, is an experienced player.
That's right.
Haywood started a lot during his career, so he's not a guy coming in without any experience.
So with 17:15 left, the 7-footer gone from the inside, at least for a while, for UConn. Page for 3. Rebound, Ricky Moore way up there.
Right there to have the angle to make on. What a nice pass. What a great look by Ricky Moore. Great catch, great look.
Been some nice down-court, full-length of the court passes by UConn tonight.
I'll tell you, the best at making that pass was Larry Bird when he played Indiana State 1979. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michigan State won it all.
Kind of like Charlie Ward's passing at Florida State. He could throw it the length of the floor right on the money. Page off the glass.
Page kissing the glass. I'm going to play a little game of horse. I'm going to put it right up on his window. There's that half-court trap with Williams at the point of it. Oh, nice play by Moore to come back to the basketball.
Gave up a 15-footer for that.
Little hang time, the diaper dandy from out of Georgia. Tremendous high school player, but had to play in that state in the shadow of Sharif Abdul-Rahim, the best freshman in America. Sorry, Stephon, you're the best little guy. Sharif's the best big guy.
Everybody played Sharif's shadow, Georgia in high school. Lob underneath. Iverson saved it. Othello with a hook.
I tell you, what a great catch. All the great plays are happening today. That was a great catch. The agility of Iverson to make that play happen.
Johnson on the wing, and now he'll bring it back on top. Al is guarding Ray Allen, who has yet to score this half.
Ray scores in spurts. He goes into real big spurts. He's got to drive. He's got to go to triple threat position, explode to the basket.
He had 10 straight points at one juncture last night in the second half. There's the 3 that goes for Moore. Ricky Moore starting to help the cause.
Created, though, by the penetration and the dribble penetration and the attacking of Mr. Allen. He attacked the defense and then kicked it out.
Victor Page running the point right now. He's out there with Al, Williams, Harrington, and Iverson way over on the right wing. Johnson goes down. Who's it going to be on? It'll be a blocking foul on Rudy Johnson. That'll be his 3rd.
Excellent call by Ted Valentine. No way was the defensive player Johnson beating him to the spot.
Sometimes even when it looks like things aren't going to go well, your superstars can make it look easy. Iverson with a save, Harrington with a deuce. Here we've got a game in the 50s, not tied, but a 1-point Georgetown advantage with 15:05 left. Iverson, air ball again on the three-point attempt. Second this half for him. That's been way off the mark.
Trying to shoot the ball a little too quickly, not really settling down and getting that good shot square in his body. As you look at the foul trouble, Knight with 4, Iverson with 3.
Page lost the handle. Kirk King picks up the loose ball.
Ricky Moore really playing well, Brad. Pushing the ball up the floor.
Must have been us ribbing him about looking like Roy Jones Jr. before the game. He's ready to fight. One of us.
Pound for pound, inch for inch. They say Jones may be the best.
You know it. No doubt about that. 15 on the shot clock. Ray Allen's hit that long dry spell that Dick's been talking about. 0 for his last 8 from the field. A long time without scoring. Almost 15 minutes. Moore got up in the air. Nowhere to go. Sheffer. He put that up with 1 on the shot clock, and it almost went. And now Page the rebound.
Ricky Moore trying to get into a 1-4 set and dribble and penetrate.
Stripped it from Victor Page, but it comes free underneath to Jerome Williams.
Jerome Williams very active, very alert. Finds the basketball and knows what to do with it once it gets in his hands. We're going to take a look right now. Here's Victor Page. Just a little deflection from the rear. Moore deflects it, and it goes right over to Jerome Williams. Good baseline drive.
Jerome makes Dick's all-unsung hero team. I just made that up.
Oh, no question. He does. Really does. You know, he's the kind of guy that just does a lot of the dirty work, doesn't get a lot of notoriety and publicity, and every good team has to have a guy like Williams.
If it's the all-unsung team, that would be like the all-Milli Vanilli team, right?
Milli Vanilli.
Didn't really sing it, but he can play it.
He can play it.
Williams. Georgetown by 4.
Jim Calhoun showing a lot of confidence in the young kid, Ricky Moore. They've kept Sheffer really quiet.
Under 14 minutes to go. Hayward. On a Sheffer, they pack it in or try to King. King's been more offensive-minded in this game. He had 10 points last night. He had 11 in the win over Seton Hall, but tonight already a dozen. He's been more of an option for him, with Ray Allen having hit that dry spell.
They're really attacking Ray Allen, trying to keep the ball out of his hands, trying to deny him the basketball, beating him to spots.
Sheffer looks up at that shot clock, knows he's running out of time. And offensive foul.
Take a look at Ray Allen right here. We're going to look at Ray Allen right in this situation here. He's standing, he's drifting, and that's what he did in that first matchup. See number 34? A little right now. I think he's really struggling a little bit mentally because he's not shooting the ball well late here after the early start, going 4 for 5.
He's a little bit of that funk like he was in the regular season game.
Yeah, look at the first 9 minutes. The last 15 minutes, it's been a struggle.
Page for 3. Got it.
I'll tell you, Victor really understanding what a good shot is and taking better shots.
Biggest lead of the night for Georgetown. They're up 7. Fourth shot, Jahidi White rejected it. Page trying to get it down to Williams, knocked out of bounds.
See, here's where the star has to rise. When you're a star, you're a superstar, you got to bail your club out. Momentum going away in the Hoyas right now. Mr. Allen's got to step it up, and he's got to make the big play to give his club that impetus.
22nd timeout taken by UConn. Gives us a chance to remind you that ESPN tomorrow night at 6:27. Again, set the alarm clock. 6:27, the men's tournament special. Women's tournament special selection process at 7:30, both tomorrow on ESPN.
They better not show up at 6:28 and miss that
that's
tease.
Too late.
That
That's
tease is going to be so funny. Created by Mark Mayer, outstanding producer. There's Jahidi. Look at Jahidi. You talk about a space eater. You talk about a wide body, but he's very agile, mobile, and he's not fragile.
He's not hiding here.
There he is, Jahidi. Cardinal Ritter High School, St. Louis. Look at him. Look at the eyes. Look at the concentration.
Going for the steal was Moore. Iverson. And to Al.
Connecticut in that 2-3 zone. Victor Page now showing some discipline. Look at him taking over at the point. He says, that's okay, Allen. You got 3 fouls. I'll run the show. Jerome says, no, I'm going to run it out there. I'm sure I can handle it.
They put the 2 guards on the wings, both with 13, and Page and Iverson. Jahidi went strong. Got it back momentarily and lost it out of bounds.
Right now, you look at the legs. The legs look a little livelier to Georgetown, really attacking the glass.
Well, they can do it with a big fella on the bench.
There's Travis sitting there with 4 fouls. Sheffer sitting next to him, really struggling tonight. Ricky Moore getting a lot of PT playing time, number 21.
Now with a nice job fronting that pass, knocked it out of bounds. He's been playing Ray Allen, and he's been on him like glue.
Well, it was an example of Ray Allen not being active, stepping to the basketball, waiting for the ball to come to him. You got to step to the ball, especially against quickness in the passing lanes that Georgetown possesses. 1-4 set, now going to pop out to the wings.
Allen with Powell all over him again. 10 on the shot clock.
Oh, Al's hugging him there. You can't hug him. You can't hug him. You can't touch him, especially in front of the Connecticut bench. There's no way you're getting away with that in front of Calhoun. Look at Jim. Look at Jim on the sideline. He's a heck of a golfer now. Really improved his golf game. Still the best in the league playing golf is the guy up at Syracuse, James Boeheim. 14 years, winning 20 games or more, and did a phenomenal job this year with a team that didn't have great personnel.
Just over 12 minutes left in the Big East Championship at Madison Square Garden. Ricky Moore adjusted in midair, got the roll, and a chance for three.
I'll tell you one thing, Brad. He has stepped his game up. He's not intimidated. He is absolutely playing outstanding and keeping Connecticut hanging in the game.
And the foul on Iverson is his fourth.
Oh, there it is now. Listen, change of direction. Now he gets him up in the air. There's Allen. Allen from the rear. Didn't see much contact there.
Allen Iverson's going to have to come out for Georgetown. You're going to see him. Got him with the body, and that's his fourth foul. He heads to the bench, and Tuomo has to take his spot.
Great change of direction. The same almost scenario last night. He goes to the sideline with the lead, and Georgetown steps it up. Take a look right now.
Ricky Moore doing a little bit more than he has the whole tournament, has cut it to 4. 58-54, Ricky Moore. 10 points on the game. He scored the last 8 for UConn and has helped them climb back to within 4 in the ballgame.
Hey, Brad, 6 times they've won the Big East Tournament Championship, Georgetown, and every time they win the Big East Tournament, they go to at least the Final 8.
They have led by as many as 7. Page pulls up for 3, and Ricky Moore the rebound.
Connecticut's going to win this game. Shepard's got to make some open threes.
Moore off the glass, no foul call, and he's got the last 10 straight for the Huskies.
I'll tell you, Ricky Moore from out of Augusta, Georgia, Westside High School. What a performance he's putting on.
Out of Augusta and playing like a master.
I'll tell you, Masters, you've been down there hitting that little golf ball. I've never been to Augusta.
They won't let me in there. Down low to fella Harrington. Looking for the hook shot. Nope, squares up and goes underneath, and he'll draw the foul and a chance for a 3-point play.
And he gets some hugs. They're playing Harrington and Johnny. Look at right there. Patrick Ewing cheering. He loves what he's seen from out of Othello. Patrick, one of the great players. Look at Ricky Moore right now, controlling the basketball. Look, he had to put his head down, almost lost control. There he is. No doubt he was going right to the rack. He was taking it right to the rack. Look at Othello with the up and under. He says, Patrick, how do you like that, Patrick?
Othello has played well tonight. Little used last night as Patrick looks on. Othello only had 2 points and 6 rebounds last night. That one comes out, but he's got an 11-point night so far.
Travis Knight sitting on the pine with those 4 fouls. Patrick was on those great teams in 84 and 85. 84, they put an embarrassment on defensively against Kentucky and against Houston.
Still Georgetown by 4. Let's see what Ricky Moore does this trip down court. It's been the Ricky Moore show here for UConn. Somebody else has to get involved.
Tuomo playing him now. I love the defensive stance of Tuomo. Nobody played that defensive point better than Gene Smith when he played for Georgetown.
Ray Allen trying to work the baseline. Comes free way out on the wing. Long jumper. Rebound kept alive by Kirk King.
King with a good rebound.
And Moore is bumped by Tuomo.
Ron Sheffer's going to have to make some open shots. They're going to need his open 3. John Thompson, 23 years, 18 times NCAA tournament bids, 3 NIT bids. He's got an amazing record. He's definitely heading to the Hall of Fame in college basketball.
Jerome Williams comes out as you look at Iverson on the bench in the foul trouble with 4. Just over 10 and a half remaining in a 4-point ball game.
Georgetown really has done a great job in situations playing without Iverson.
Number 6 Georgetown against number 3 UConn, and those aren't seedings, those are national rankings. Sheffer misses inside. Jerome Williams another rebound. Here's Tuomo on the break.
Nobody rotates back. Defensively, a breakdown with the penetration, and Sheffer on the interior. When he rotates in, the off guard's got to protect the basket.
Allen in traffic and drew a foul from Ja, and that will be 4, I believe, on Ja.
Well, they're rotating all kinds of bodies on Allen, but Allen's got to create foul shooting opportunities for himself by attacking the basket. He's got to create situations. Look at the storyline right here.
Bud Light storyline. Georgetown with a second chance points. Iverson, his numbers, but of course his foul trouble may be more prevalent. And Ray Allen scoreless in the last 21 minutes, and still is, as he missed from the free throw line.
It's pretty tough to beat a team the quality of Georgetown when your star is not performing like a star.
And 2 starters on the bench for each respective club as Jim Calhoun looks on his team down by 6. Ja goes out for John Thompson, and Jahidi White comes back in. Ray Allen, second of 2. He's only 2 for 5 from the free throw line before that one. So that's the end of a long, long drop for Ray Allen, but it's only a free throw, and we're halfway through the second half.
They're going to use Ray Allen at the point of the half-court trap.
Page spins inside.
I'll tell you, a great move by Victor Page. He went right through that half-court trap. Iverson cheering for him on the sideline. Victor Page has become a man in this tournament.
You know, this might sound crazy, Dick, but if they win this thing, he might be the MVP of the Big East Championship. He's a freshman. Allen bumped by Page.
I'll tell you, he really has stepped up. Not thinking about that. If you base it on the last 2 games, he has made a lot of big plays. Now look at Victor Page right here. He's under control, spinning, whirling. There's the kick off the glass. He started out having some great games when he beat Georgia Tech.
Ray Allen back to the free throw line. 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. 3rd foul on Page. Ricky Moore gets a big hand from the UConn folks as he sits down, and he has been the offense in the second half for the Huskies.
He really performed brilliantly. Look at Connecticut possible to rotate into a full-court press after a conversion on the line. Sometimes the philosophy is very good that you attack somebody defensively that likes to attack you, and that's been a philosophy of Jim Calhoun. They utilize pressure defense.
Ray Allen hit his last 2 free throws, but he's 0 for his last 9 from the floor.
Nice stroke, though. He's got a beautiful stroke. There goes the full-court press.
15 for Ray Allen. The lead cut down to 5. Page in a hurry going the other way. Swatted down by Eric Hayward inside.
Hayward comes over and rotates over. Victor Page made a great move to get free. I mean, he just blew by Matador defense by Ray Allen. Look at him kicking the ball out in front of him. Now look at a little shake and bake. He'll freeze the defensive player, freezes him, changes direction. And as Hayward says, get it out of here. Get it out of here, diaper dandy. Get it out of here.
Nice clean block by Hayward. 9.5 to go.
See, this is the part that's really impressed me about John Thompson's club. Playing intelligently, learning how to back it out, showing some poise.
And Page running the show when Iverson's been in foul trouble the last 2 nights.
Trying to overload against the zone.
Williams baseline, kicks back out to Page for 3.
Got it. What great execution. Lots of patience. Put it in the hands of the scorer. He's been prolific here.
Biggest lead of the night for Georgetown. Up by 8 with 9 to go.
Well, Georgetown doing a great job containing the backcourt of Connecticut. You cut them off, Sheffer and Allen. They're in trouble.
And now it's Harrington on Ray Allen. 0 for his last 9. Straight up, 0 for 10.
That's not a good shot. Trying to shoot the jumper over the big guy. You got to beat him with your quickness. You got to explode to the goal. They got Harrington checking him right now.
They've had everybody on him.
They're going to isolate him and take him one-on-one.
Ray Allen's got to
go right to the basket. Go to the basket, Ray.
Here he is on the baseline. And Ryan ran out of room and threw it right into Othello Harrington. Not a good decision to get down under the basket and have nowhere to go or nothing to do with the ball. Turned it over.
They need a defensive stop badly right here.
Jim Calhoun at the 8-minute mark is thinking, I got to get Travis Knight back in there. I don't care if he's got 4 fouls.
What is a charge?
That's a charge on Jerome Williams.
Now here's Ray Allen going to try to take him one-on-one. Well, first he's going to shoot the jumper. Tough shot because he's trying to shoot over the big guy. Look at Jahidi White. Going to muscle him. Actually gets him out of bounds. Gets him hanging up in the air.
67-59, 8 minutes to play. Brad Nessler and Dick Vitale at Madison Square Garden for the Big East Championship. And right now, the Hoyas handling things without Allen Iverson, who's out with foul trouble. Ray Allen pulls up, got a square look, and still He's 0 for his last 11 from the floor. Williams to run the floor down to Tuomu. And a foul on Johnson.
That's created by our unsung hero, Mr. Williams, the way he rebounds and wheels out with the basketball. It's really getting to a danger time right now for Connecticut. Georgetown really operating well. Here's Williams with the rebound. He kicks it out. He handles the ball well in transition. Tuomo takes it to the goal. JT going to the line now.
At the free throw line, Tuomo. You gotta love what Georgetown's done. They went a 6-2 advantage without Iverson after he got his third foul. They have gone 9-5 in scoring over the Huskies since Iverson picked up his fourth foul.
Yeah, he picked it up at the 12-minute mark. It was 58-54. Look at Allen sitting on the sideline.
8-point lead right now. Biggest to the night. Tuomo can add to it if he hits the free throw, but that one comes way off the back of the iron and still loose. Going to the floor. Big pile up. Oh, we got a train wreck right now, and the tie-up has the possession arrow going Georgetown's way, but they won't inbound it until we come back. 7:31 remaining, an 8-point Georgetown lead.
Back in Madison Square Garden, where a couple of Hoya fans are here to root on Georgetown, Patrick Ewing and Ralph Dalton. What do you think of this Hoya team, Patrick?
Oh, I think they're a great team. This is one of the best teams they had in a long time.
Wouldn't you have liked to have had an Allen Iverson when you were there?
Oh, Allen is a great player, but I had a lot of great guards when I was there, so, you know, I have to give them a lot of credit also.
Well, of course, you never go anywhere without your backup. Ralph Dalton was with Patrick for 4 years. Ralph, why is it that John Thompson is so good with big men?
He's just, I mean, he played the position, and I think he just adds something to it. And I think it's just, we just relate to him a lot better than we do to a lot of coaches because of his size, and we respect him because he's bigger than we are.
Well, now he's got a great little guy. How far do you think this team can go?
I think they have the potential to make it to the Final Four this year. I think they have as good a team as anybody in the country, and I think they have the talent to do it.
Both of you guys know about winning. Thank you. Back to you, Brad.
Thanks, Leslie. Great players. Class individuals. Allen Iverson back in with 4 fouls. They lob it to him, and he almost scored off Williams' inbound pass.
He's got the great lift. The other thing about their players, Dalton and Ewing, they also walk down the aisle as the recipients of their college degrees.
Speaking of big guys, John Thompson has White, O'Fella Harrington, and Jerome Williams, all 3 big guys out there, so a little different looking lineup.
Pretty tough to get any second shots if you don't convert the first one with White, Harrington, and Williams on the glass.
Only 6 field goals in the second half for UConn.
I'll tell you,
Guy's got 4 of them. Now he's got 5 of them.
he has become a star tonight. He has really grown up. Ricky Moore said, hey, you big guys, you experienced players, I'm backing away, but I'm not going to back away. Look at the little guy attacking. I mean, he's doing it with a great deal of confidence. Great balance to convert that shot. Yeah, go to sleep. You can lay there a while. Rest, relax. Let him earn some rest.
You see the physical resemblance to Roy Jones Jr., and he's playing like a middleweight champion tonight. That 3-point attempt won't come off. O'Fella Harrington up high to clear the rebound.
It was 58-54 when Iverson went to the sideline. They were leading by 4 with 12 minutes to go. They did a great job of sustaining that and going up even a little bit more without him in the lineup. As you said, it went on a 9-5 spurt.
It's been Victor Page's night again, 18 for the freshman.
This is where they've grown up as a team. They have become so much more disciplined and patient in their half-court game, isolating guys, going one-on-one, taking advantage of their one-on-one ability. And there's Victor Page with another big play.
Forced that one over Sheffer and buried it. He's got 20. Sheffer trying to answer. He hasn't scored since the opening bucket of the game, and that was on a fast break. And Ray Allen has it rejected. And Page goes out into the good seats. He's scattering people.
Ray Allen really is finding life really tough against this club.
0 for his last 13 from the floor for Ray Allen.
Pretty tough to win when your big star goes 0 for 13. College sports picked him as the player of the year.
And O'Fella Harrington trying to stay with Daron Sheffer. And O'Fella's been playing tough tonight, maybe a little bit tired, couldn't make the move quick enough, picked up the foul. Ricky Moore is the only Husky to score from the field for UConn in the last 11 minutes.
And that's amazing. I mean, you talk about guys like Sheffer and Allen, one of the best backcourts in America. They have to find a way to make some shots. They got to be the leaders, especially against big-time competition like Georgetown. You know, talking about Player of the Year, College Sports Magazine, outstanding magazine, picked Ray Allen as Player of the Year. My choice is certainly going to be Mr. Marcus Camby. I think what Camby has done with that team down here, leading that club to an incredible record. Incredible. I think right now they're 30-1, and that is just unbelievable, Massachusetts.
Under 6 minutes, and a 6-point game for the Hoyas.
Hoyas still hanging in there now. Here's Ricky Moore at the front of the 1-3-1 trap. Going to try to take him to a wing, bring Iverson to the left side.
69-63 as Georgetown's going to spread it a little bit.
Well, you want to get good spacing against that. You want to set up a guy at the high post and look opposite. Heidi White will be open on the opposite side.
10 on the shot clock, now down to 8 as Othello Harrington goes strong and got the roll. He's having a good game. 13 for Harrington, the senior.
And the cheering of Mr. Ewing. Great execution by John's club, attacking that half-court trap.
Sheffer doesn't have a 3 tonight. Ray Allen to Ricky Moore. Trying to tip it in, no good. And Othello Harrington, the senior, has said, you know what? This is my last Big East tournament game. I'm going to play tonight.
And he wants that Big East championship ring, and he has played. They're going to play man-to-man. Moore matched up with Iverson. Sheffer on Page.
John Thompson just gave him the 4 fingers down low, and that's what they ran last night in Jahidi White.
They are really executing, Brad. They are really playing well. They're playing as well as any Georgetown team I have seen in terms of their half-court execution. They're using dribble penetration. They're spreading the floor. They're doing a number of different things that are effective.
And they're using those 4 guys down on the baseline like they did last night. They did it there, and it pays off again.
Well, what they do by simply placing the 4, they open up the court for their drivers. And guys like Page, there's an example. He drives, he draws, and he dishes the rock. Makes like the 3D man. Great execution, but better than that, discipline and managing each possession intelligently.
Travis Knight fouls out with 4:46 left. So there goes some more of the inside presence now for the Huskies, and they're down 10, and Jahidi White can make it 11 if he hits his free throw.
Wow, wow, where's the foul? Where's the foul?
Williams out, and Al comes in.
I was looking at the ISO before I said, where's the foul? There's the look at it right here. I don't know. You see a foul? I don't see a foul in that situation.
A lot of times I don't see it. But I don't look good in stripes.
Well, I got one eye, so I can't really play. Refs can look at me this evening and say, what are you talking about? You know, one eye, you can't see.
Ray Allen hasn't scored what seems like forever. Cross-court pass. Ricky Moore, the only guy who has scored this game in the second half for UConn, and at 13.
And if he's not scoring, he's making a great pass. There it is with a tremendous look to the interior. Ricky Moore is showing tonight that he's a big-time point guard. There's that 1-4 setup again. Spacing, isolation. Pressure now on Sheffer to beat Page when he starts his dribble penetration. But bigger than that, they utilize and manage the shot clock.
They work it down near 10 before Page will start to make a move, and we're under 4 minutes in the game. Iverson had a look, and Moore picked him off. Now he's going to have to push one. Page will at the buzzer of the shot clock, and it rolled out. And a foul on Ja underneath, trying to get the rebound. And that, I believe, will be it for Yaya as well. Ja fouls out with 3:45 to go, and the Hoyas holding on to a 74-65 lead. Minutes and 45 seconds left. Travis Knight can only look on. John Thompson can look on with a lead. But of course, if UConn could start hitting some three-point shots, he can change it in a hurry.
I'll tell you one thing John's also proud of, his family, his 3 children. What an education they've received. One at Princeton, one at Brown, and one at Georgetown.
Kurt King, he's had a big game offensively, 15 for him tonight.
Connecticut's got to have to make something happen with their pressure. See, that's the one thing that hasn't happened against Georgetown. In the 2 meetings you and I have had, their pressure has been non-existent against Georgetown. Against a lot of clubs, they create turnovers, and they lead usually to scores with their defensive pressure.
King cuts it to 7.
So, how's everyone's day?
It's a little wacky in that Ray Allen hasn't had a field goal since there was 7 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first half. 0 for his last 13.
He said, please don't show that. Please don't show that number. I'm player of the year. Don't show I was 0 for 13.
And remember, he had the same problem in the regular season game that went Georgetown's way, 77-65. 22nd timeout taken by the Hoyas, who lead 74-67. Very similar score right now that we had as a final score in Landover back on February 19th. And Dick and I were there, and we said, what's wrong with Ray Allen? Well, part of it, obviously, is the defense that Georgetown throws at him, but I don't know if there's been enough movement without the ball. You just got to somehow find a way that's a guy that scores 24 a game to get some points.
Well, he has to really move to get open. He's open right there, but doesn't knock down the shot. I think he has a tendency to play too much for the jump shot and doesn't attack the basket. And he's got ability to attack the basket. He's got great quickness, a great first step, and this guy does a great job defensively.
With Al on him, Ray Allen has had to feel like a sheepdog at a flea convention. I mean, he just has not had a lot of chance to move around, and now he's going to pick up Iverson. That might take him out of his offense, too.
Well, the one area I think he really has to work on is movement without the basketball. A guy like a Michael Jordan, for example, he knows people are going to deny him the ball, but he knows how to utilize screens to get free.
This is fun. We're about 7 feet away from the action between Iverson and Allen, just watching those two go at it. 5 on the shot clock. Iverson stripped by Ricky Moore, but he lost it out of bounds. And only 3 seconds with no possession really there by UConn left on the shot clock, so no fresh 35. UConn's going to have to put one up in a hurry. Rather, Georgetown's going to have to put one up in a hurry.
See, I think really the special players, the great superstars, find a way to get free, and that's an art that he has to learn. Ray Allen's got great talent, but he has a tendency when being denied and really the basketball being kept away from him, he doesn't really create opportunities by running in into screens.
Jerome Williams at the shot clock buzzer, and it hit the backboard but not the rim, so violation with 3 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. It's a 7-point Georgetown game for the Big East Championship. Each team with timeouts remaining, and Georgetown has 11 team fouls, so UConn will be going to the line for a couple every time.
Well, you know, Connecticut also lives off the three-point shot of Sheffer, and that's been non-existent. Georgetown has really taken the strength away from Connecticut, their backcourt.
There's a three-pointer, and it doesn't go for Allen, but tipped in by King.
King with a good offensive rebound. Ray Allen has just decided, I'm going jump shot, jump shot, jump shot, and he's 0 for 14.
Kurt King with his 18th point, though, cuts it down to 74-69.
It's amazing they can hang and be 5 down with him being shut out with such a long period of time and such a key integral part of this offense. There's that 1-4.
Kurt King and Ricky Moore, the reason that the Huskies are only trailing by a handful with 2:20 now left in the ball game, 10 on the shot clock.
Yes, John Thompson has decided to use the shot clock. We'll simply go to isolations.
Iverson rolled out on him. Battle for the rebound, won by Al. Bubakar had some trouble and lost the handle. Allen comes up with it.
Got to create the opening. Sheffer's open. Sheffer's going to spot up. They're going to run him for a 3.
Look at Al playing Allen.
Dribbles high. Dribbles the ball very high offensively. I mean, I want you to understand, I love Ray Allen. I've seen his talent.
This is the second time we've seen him struggle against Georgetown this year, though. Sheffer leaned in, drew a foul from Jerome Williams.
Well, he created the foul opportunity right there. I mean, Connecticut is hanging right within reach. There's Ray Allen drifting on the outside, a little frustrated, 0 for 14. That weighs on you. Don't believe that it doesn't. Yeah. Also weighs on him the fact that this is the second time I've been struggling against this club.
Senior now, Daron Sheffer will step up. Great free throw shooter. That's his 3rd straight all this half. He had 19 in the win over Seton Hall and 22 last night against Syracuse, but only 5 tonight for Sheffer.
Hasn't had many opportunities. A lot of that's because of the quickness of Georgetown. really denying the basketball, but he's automatic on that line. Now their defense has to step up, and the Husky mania goes wild. They rise.
8-0 run for the Huskies to make it a 3-point game.
Let's see if they go back to the 1-4 set again. Yes, he's going to go exclusive with that now to the end of the game. There they are. Nothing complex. 1-4, dribble down the clock, and then a little schoolyard one-on-one, baby.
Well, while this second half was not as pretty as the first half, it's a 3-point game with 1:20 to go. We couldn't ask for anything more.
And all it is right now, partner, it's me against you. You try to stop me with my quickness.
Iverson. Rattle off the back of the iron. Ricky Moore the rebound. UConn can cut it to 1 or tie with a 3.
Ricky Moore's had a big night. Moore! Oh, my God! Get a TO, baby, John! Get a TO!
Kirk King with 20.
Out there, Kirk King's been a monster on the glass. He and Ricky Moore have really stepped up.
Timeout, Hoyas.
And as it, oh, the place is rocking. The Garden's rocking.
A 10-0 run by the Huskies and 8 straight by Kirk King.
There's Kirk King up on the glass. The great follow. Nobody blocks out. There's Ricky Moore taking it to the goal. This little guy has played. And there's Mr. King showing the great legs. And there's the bench. Jubilation City for the Huskies really back in the game.
Kirk King had a stretch earlier this season where he hit 22 straight field goals. He hasn't shot quite that well tonight, but this is a huge game. 20 points, and he cuts the Georgetown lead to a single digit.
22. What an unbelievable run that was when he had those 22 in a row. Taking advantage, everything around the basket, obviously, but utilizing his skills to the maximum. Here it is, Connecticut trying to win their first this group. They've done everything, but they have been unable to win the Big East Championship in terms of tournament play.
Iverson and Ray Allen is who we expected to come to the forefront tonight, but because of foul trouble and going cold from the field, it's not their night anymore. It belongs in the hands of the Victor Pages and the Ricky Moores, a couple of freshmen, and Kirk King, who's come on like gangbusters, a junior who has 20 points.
Well, both guys have not shot the rock really well. As you look at the numbers, very obvious, 4 for 13 and 4 for 19. But other people, as you said, the complementary players, these teams are not just one-dimensional.
Travis Knight fouled out. Now the King has come to the forefront, but who'll be the pawn when it's all over? 74-73, Hoyas lead.
I think you must stay up at night. So I tell you, unbelievable how you rip those off. They flow. You're going to be a writer for a guy like Letterman or Leno or one of those guys. I'll tell you, what a great finish. Let's see if John stays with what he decided in the last 3-4 minutes, the 1-4 set.
Othella having some trouble.
Oh, what a pass!
Victor Page picked up the loose ball. Sheffer almost had a steal.
That was a bad pass, that lateral pass. Let's see if they go back to the 1-4 set.
And a foul on Sheffer. That's 4 on Jerome. Remember, just in case this thing goes overtime, there's some people that have already fouled out, and there's a bunch of foul trouble still remaining on the court.
Remember, I really believe at stake, Georgetown's got to lock up a number 2 seed with a win here. Connecticut, to me, is a number 1 seed no matter what happens here. Based on the long haul, the committee has shown that they're recognizing performance for the long haul versus the team that just gets hot in the short term.
Ray Allen and Boubacar Au having a discussion with Jim Burr. Jim says, guys, we only got 45 seconds left. Then we get to go outside where it's nice and cold and try to get a cab.
And it's frigid. I'll tell you what, block it out right now. So important. Block
He
it
missed
out.
the free throw and Allen the rebound. UConn can take the lead.
I got to show some poise. Let's see if Jim Calhoun goes to the timeout. He does. He goes to the timeout. Georgetown will get the ball back no matter what happens.
38 seconds left. UConn with a ball and a chance to lead when we come back. Down at Madison Square Garden for the Big East Championship. 38.1 seconds left. Georgetown leads by 1, but UConn has the basketball.
I never saw Ricky Moore play like he did tonight. He came like a guy possessed. His level of ability, I've heard so many great things about him, being a finalizer, a guy that could finish the play in transition. And today, he has really stepped up and has put Connecticut in a position for a chance to win.
Gets it in the backcourt, and he'll bring it up. The shot clock and game clock, it's about a 10-second difference.
They're going to a 1-4 set. They're going to go to the Georgetown set.
Uh-oh. A little bit of their own medicine, huh?
They're going to go to the Georgetown set. Remember, Georgetown will get the ball back. Now he's looking to dribble and penetrate and possibly kick it out.
10 on the shot clock.
Going to try to kick it out. A little handoff.
Allen with Iverson on him, throws one up.
Off balance. Unbelievable.
Georgetown can win if they score. Iverson with 7, with 6, fades. Missed it. Williams, rebound. He missed it as well. UConn survives.
Connecticut wins their first Big East championship. This group of people. Look at the celebration.
One field goal for Ray Allen in the second half of this game, and it has won it.
Not only one field goal, but an off-balance, a man shot, and he hits the rod. John Thompson's club, what a gutty group of kids, fought, scrapped, but what a performance by Ricky Moore to put him in a position, and then the superstar with an off-balance jump shot gets a little bit of a roll finally after Struggle City.
Well, if Ray Allen is the MVP of this tournament, I think he should give part of it to Ricky Moore and part to Kirk King. But he gets the winning bucket on this shot.
Take a look at this. There he is, hanging, twisted. He throws it. He was looking really to pass that basketball, but he was caught up in the air. And then Allen Iverson had a chance to win it. He had a chance to put it down. There's the fadeaway Jay. They've been falling all week long, but that time it bricks it. And look at Jerome Williams climbing the glass. And there it is. It rolls, and rolls away. What a super finish.
And for Jim Calhoun,
he gets his title, baby. He gets his title with this group. They get their title. Dance, Jimmy, baby. Dance, Jimmy, baby.
his senior's 4-year record now 102 wins and only 25 losses. But